What's up, kids? David here with Solid X State. Yo, I tell you what, man, we are in the mix. Yo, in our culture, man, in our society, we are in the mix. You know, as regards those discussions, man, that dominate the talking points, man, that, if you will, that barometer of ideas, man, is awash, you know, with the notions that are propagated, that are promoted to us, the narratives, if you will, that are promoted to us. And yet socialism is not a newly invented idea. You know, Marxism, you know, Karl Marx is not this young, brilliant professor at Yale, you know, rolling out this new way of thinking. You know, indeed, these ideas have been the undergirding of revolutions that have turned whole societies upside down, that has upheaved and overturned, you know, whole systems of thought that have been, you know, the groundwork of societies. And so socialism and Marxism has come in and had its work. You know, it has had its day, if you will. And having had its day, we can therefore, in hindsight, look upon it and make distinction. We can look upon it and see it for what it is. How is it then, I must wonder, that it seems to have found for itself a new set of wings, if you will, in this new modernist, progressive movement in our culture? Progressive movement in our culture is another word for class warfare. It is again ideology, subjugating, dividing, compartmentalizing us as people and pitting us against one another. And that would be all fine if the fruit of it, you know, if the fruit of the revolution, if you will, were ultimately for our benefit, man. If we all rode on the benefit of the leftist revolutions and the blood that has been spilled in the name of leftism in the 20th century, if we all enjoyed the benefit of it, the fruit, if you will, you know, then you know, there would be nothing. There would be no reason to criticize, man. There would be no reason to find fault. And yet what it seems that we find from the left today is the thing that they've always been good at, which is stirring up resentment, animosity, agitating people according to their baser instincts. You know, pointing to someone and saying, look, you don't have what this other person has. You know, these base instincts, these raw motivations. You know, this therein is the substance of their narratives which they promote. And it is, I must say, their story-driven narratives, wherein the left, wherein the progressives do indeed excel. It is this capacity to articulate a story. The story doesn't have to be reflective of reality. It just has to be a story that captivates our minds. And why, you may ask, are we so easily captivated? You know, why is it that we are so easily drawn into this conflict that they stir in us? And it's because, man, our cognitive abilities are nested inside stories and narratives. It's how we organize the world around us. It's how we understand things. And yet, stories have consequences. The kinds of stories that we tell have consequences. They are not benign. They are with effect. And I would like to ask in this video, what has been the effect of the new left in America and or in Western culture today? What has been the effect of their agendas? Have they achieved the things that they purport, or are they only excelling at the thing that they always excel at, which is articulating a mass of ideas, bloviating an over-intellectualized argument that ultimately is hot air? It's like the old Native American proverb, of wind. There's a big wind and there's dark clouds, but there's no rain. That seems to be the left. Much wind, much clouds, but no rain. Look at California, look at Los Angeles, look at New York, look at Chicago, where the left operates in a dominance of governance. Oftentimes when you vote in these places, there's not even a Republican on the ballot. There's not even an independent on the ballot. There's only Democrats to choose from. And so they have a majority. Why can't they do what they say? Why can't they implement the supposed justice that they champion? I wonder, what helpless sods does the left suppose us to be in their inference that we as people cannot rise on our own efforts? It is amazing when you are able to achieve some life skills, what you as an individual can achieve for yourself without the handout, without the mommy state, to create a safe space for you to grow fat in. I can't lift weights for you. You have to lift the weights. The strength that we all seek as persons has to come from our own efforts, not from the nanny state and not from the neo-Marxist progressive left that only bloviate and never seem to achieve the aims that they set out to achieve. Yo, man, anyway, that's it, man. God bless. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe to this business, dude. Hook me up, man. Subscribe so we can, we could do these vids. Give me a like, man. Take care. God bless.